Let's go back in. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Hey all you ninja lovers and Sri Lankan users, lovers of anime and fellow young people. How do you like that new burrito anime? Pretty epic for the win, am I right? Today we're here to talk about the greatest and smallest little ninja on the Rift, Kenan, and more so, how actually outright fucked he is right now in terms of damage and utility. I mean, I've done videos on this little shit in the past to expose the world to how busted the little shit really is, but even a highly edited meme-tage that barely got, well any views really, was not enough to show the world, so here I am again. Since he's essentially the token mascot character from any anime show, I figured that if I wanted a totally unbiased opinion of him, I'd have to go to the source of it all, and I asked a real, living, breathing anime girl her opinion on him. So what does she think?
You're right, lads. I'm an anime girl, innit? I just thought I'd say, Kenan, he's so fucking shit. Such a shit champion. Fuck.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much. That's quite the mouthful of a name, isn't it? So let's talk Kenan. I know most of you guys think I legit hate these characters that I do videos on in my series, but I want you to know this hatred comes from the same place and for the same reasons I actually like and love playing these characters in the first place. Like I said, you play stupid champions called Yasuo, either because you have an unhealthy addiction to hentai, or because you like shit stomping people, not because you think he's totally balanced or you like his cute haircut. And Kenan is no exception to this rule. I fucking love Kenan. I love being a little shit covered in hair, throwing fucking shurikens around, dodging ganks, flashing into the enemy, and literally stunning every single one of them because it's hilarious. I particularly love how reliably I feel I can completely shit stomp characters like Riven too. That's right, Riven community. I'm never leaving you alone. But that's why he's also an absolute little shit. It was bad enough when you basically built this guy full AP, you floated around in the short time before a team fight, praying that you could potentially get a pick onto somebody before Kenan inevitably went full Rambo mode into your entire team, hitting his ultimate down, and before you can even focus him, he hits his Zhonyas, you're left to pick up the measly pieces of your life that Kenan has smashed into a million bits, whilst getting stunned to utter fuck and taking more dicking than your mum after a few drinks. But now, you build him a little bit differently. Kenan used to be played as an AD carry bottom, if you remember a few seasons ago. Then he had another little bit of a stint in top lane, building proto belt, full AP, all that jazz. And now he's kind of come back to his AD carry ways in top lane instead, being built pretty much full attack speed, with items like Runan's Hurricane and Blade of the Ruined King, before hitting out with shit like Frozen Mallet and the new Guardian Angel, making him a tanky, fast-hitting, slowing, stunning, reviving, thieving, robbing, raccoon bastard. The issue, of course, is that with builds like this, he is squishy as all hell, and with no Zhonyas to protect himself, or really many defensive items at all beyond a little bit of health from stuff like Frozen Mallet, the lifesteal from Blade, and maybe the armor from Guardian Angel, he's really easy to bring down now if you spot him in a fight. It's as easy as 1, 2... Still, that's entirely assuming that you actually even notice that he's doing damage to you to begin with. See, the thing with Kenan, or with AD Kenan at least that I find, is that you do a lot of damage. But nobody even really seems to realize that you exist, or never mind that you actually do damage. I mean, I literally got flamed in one of my ranked games by an Elise because I was useless. They didn't realize that AD Kenan was actually a thing. Apparently I did no damage, I wasn't helping anybody. I did 70,000 damage to the champions that game. 70,000 damage total to champions. Want to see what the after game damage chart looked like? Yeah, that's less than half my damage. In case you were wondering, I well and truly made them spell I-Cup in that game. And if you're not sure what I-Cup means, feel free to spell the word out. Now spell it for me. I-C-U. So you're practically a ghost in these games, but your lane pressure is unreal too. You can split push hard as hell, pull in 2 or 3 people into your lane to try and deal with you, but even at that, it doesn't necessarily mean you're shit out of luck, because you can 2v1, provided that you have the capabilities mechanically to actually juke any skill shots. Now, one of these spells that help you do this is his passive. The definite unsung hero of this kit, what makes him work so beautifully as an attack speed champion. Mark of the Storm is that passive. And enemies hit by any ability that Kenan cast are applied with a mark. You stack that mark 3 times and they are consumed to stun the target for over a second, restoring some energy to yourself in the process. And if you stun them more than once in the next 6 seconds, which you probably will, it only stuns for 0.5 seconds. But those seconds, they very much do count. Particularly in top lane when you tend to be dealing with a lot of melee bruisers. You have no idea how easy life is when you can kite these guys backwards for days, dealing shitloads of damage to them, and it's all thanks to this spell that doing that makes it possible. Now, Thundering Shuriken is an incredibly simple spell. It says Q, you press Q, you throw pointy metal, hits the first enemy, deals magic damage, applies a mark. It's basically just your standard poke. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it also doesn't cost a lot of energy. It's got a pretty low cooldown, and hell, you don't have any mana, so just fucking go nuts. Now, Electrical Surge is his W, and it's easily his best regular spell in his kit. His passive allows him to apply a stack of Mark of the Storm once every 5 auto attacks. It deals some extra bonus damage when it hits that empowered auto attack, which actually scales with your AD, meaning that you can chunk the ever-loving shit out of your enemies with this if you are building AD, alongside the fact that if you have something like Runan's Hurricane, if you hit the enemy champion and 2 minions next to him, that counts as 3 auto attacks. So in team fights, and if you're fighting him in minions, you get this up so quickly. It's ridiculous damage. It's ridiculously fast stacks. You are quite literally Zeus, the god of thunder. You will be feeling like this. Now, its active is the one that sends out a surge of electricity to anybody affected by Mark of the Storm, applying another stack, dealing some magic damage, and being another excellent way of poking and harassing enemies who either get hit by your empowered auto attacks or manage to eat one of the 1,000 shurikens that you'll be flinging at them during the laning phase. Go nuts with this spell. I'd say max it first because it's the most reliable form of harassment you probably have if you're not playing against a chimpanzee who doesn't know how to stand behind a fucking minion. Now, Lightning Rush is Kenan's E, and Kenan goes full Pikachu mode, turns into a ball of electricity, gains a bunch of movement speed, but also loses the ability to auto attack. He can move through minions, and anything that he comes into contact with that's an enemy gets an extra Mark of the Storm on top of them. Deals a little bit of damage as well, but as well as that, he gains some extra armor and magic resist for 4 seconds, making this probably one of the most fantastic anti-gank abilities in the game, allowing you to easily juke, kite skill shots, outrun enemies, and avoid being body blocked by any fat turds who try and get in your way, or you can just fling yourself through minions to delay the enemy by some crucial milliseconds. This is how you get away from fights. This is how you get into fights. This is what you use to juke melee bruisers top lane. This is what you use to get back to lane faster. This is what you use to father your children. It's a great spell. You can easily overextend a little more than usual with a ward and still have the mobility to get the hell out of trouble if the need arises. Now, speaking of engaging in team fights, Kenan is probably one of the best champions in the game for setting up immense wombo combo potential, having a citywide ultimate that covers 99% of Summoner's Rift. When you activate his R, Slicing Maelstrom erupts in a huge ring of electricity that circles around Kenan, dealing magic damage in its radius and applying Marks of the Storm every half a second. It also deals more damage the longer someone is stupid enough to stand in it. So, to give you a frame of reference of how fucking stupid you'd have to be to willingly remain inside his ultimate, let me give you a real life comparison. Would you be standing in this? And you know, let's go live to our eye in the sky. Over to you, Ross. Yeah, thanks, Ross. I'm live right now above what appears to be hell trying to swallow the earth. Yeah, shit's pretty fucked up here, Ross. We're live right now. You can't swear. I'm sorry, Ross, but you guys seriously seen this shit? It's totally fucked. Satan is ascending from the 7th circle of hell. He is reclaiming what is rightfully his. I personally welcome our new satanic overlord, but for real, we need to get the fuck out of here before this shit sucks us in. Trevor, let's get the fuck out of here, dude. Back to you in the studio. So yeah, that's pretty much what the ulti is like. It's perfect for diving onto backlines, protecting your own backline, and peeling like you're an automatic banana peeler that peels bananas at 200 BPM. that's bananas peeled per minute. Right now, Kenan is my pocket pick and ranked. I've been playing a little bit of him, won most of my games, and the ones that I haven't, I've done pretty well, and I'd say that he's a decent all-rounder, incredible poke, probably as fucking annoying as he looks, if not more. I'll see you in Diamond, boys. This fucking rat is carrying me there, I promise. Well guys, that was another Why I Hate. Thank you very much for watching this. You guys really enjoyed the last one, it would seem, and I'm really happy that you guys keep on coming back for our Friday show every Friday, 6 p.m. GMT. Hit that motherfucking bell button and make sure you're alerted for the next one. If you have any suggestions for the next champion to do, feel free to hit it up. I've had a lot of suggestions in the last one as well. I'm considering maybe something like Ivern or Kali. I don't know though. You guys decide. You're the ones watching it. I don't give a fuck. I'll see you next week. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. See you later. Bye.